Hello, gentlemen.
To who?
We are content producers, is what we do.
We're blessed.
We are blessed, and those who are content consumers sometimes bless us further by kicking in a few bucks here and there.
Indeed,
Filthy lucre.
To make our day a little bit brighter. So we sure do appreciate that. We got some folks to thank. So thanks deeply to Brian and Natalie. You guys are awesome. I am going to assign myself a saint.
Goodness.
For Rachel. And Rachel, your patron saint is Saint Cardamom of Bethesda.
Oh, yeah.
And Saint Cardamom is the patron saint of really, really smooth-feeling fabric.
Yeah.
Delightful roller coasters. And really silky hair.
Oh, well.
So you're really
a very tactile saint.
Rocking and rolling with that one, Rachel. So you are a lucky lady.
Yeah, you're very lucky, Rachel, because for some reason, I can always spell cardamom correctly.
Oh.
I cannot spell cinnamon correctly.
Okay, no.
I don't know what the problem is.
Nobody can.
Yeah.
It's a known fact. And no one knows how to spell Bethesda.
No, it's not even a real word.
It's not even a real word. I just made it up. We're not done yet.
No.
Uncle Doug.
Yes.
Cindy has decided that she is going to be a heavenly patron.
That's right. Cindy.
Yes, Cindy, we love Cindy. Cindy's a friend.
Yes, longtime listener. Cindy has moved up in the world. So, well, listener Cindy, we are upon this ball of rock but for a season. And like it or not, one day winter will come for us all. And we will stenography no more. When that day comes, we will finally know the answer to what awaits us on the other side of the veil. So many years from now, Cindy, when your time comes and you see the Grim Reaper amongst your gathered friends and family, he will point his bony finger at you, and darkness will descend. For a time you drift in comforting darkness. How long you drift is impossible to say, as time and its passage are part of the world you left behind. Suddenly you notice something. Not a vision, not a sensation, but what? Is that apples? Do you smell cinnamon? Spelled correctly. The darkness around you dissolves into a buttery yellow light, and a room begins to come into focus. It's a room you have never been in before, but for some reason is familiar to you in a fundamental way you can't quite put your finger on. Cindy, heaven is a country kitchen in the 1950s. The warm pastels and well-worn furniture give you the overwhelming sensation of being home. Copper pots and pans, flour jars and wooden spoons, bread boxes and checkered dish towels adorn this Rockwell-esque visage. As you cast your eyes about, you see a hot apple and cinnamon pie cooling on the windowsill.
Classic. It's classic.
It's classic. The oven dings, and you open it to see several loaves of homemade bread steaming. You use an embroidered oven mitt to remove them and let them cool next to the pie. The aromas are arresting. Outside, you see children playing catch with old-timey mitts in the deep green of the rolling hills that extend as far as the eye can see, punctuated by picturesque oak trees with tire swings and hammocks swaying gently in the breeze. Of course, the children are all white, as is this heaven. Black people don't pine for the 1950s like white people do for some reason.
Weird, right?
Yeah, strange.
Yeah.
You open the vintage refrigerator and see the shelves extend to eternity, stocked with every conceivable ingredient. The spice shelf is full of every spice that has ever driven men mad. Ditto the pantry. The oven dings again. This time, a perfectly glazed honey-baked ham awaits you. You slice off a piece and taste the ham, and you taste the likes of which you have never experienced before. Like God created ham just for you, because in a real sense, she did. You see, Cindy, your heaven is to indulge in the nostalgia-baked joy of cooking forever. Anything your heart or stomach desires is yours for the baking. All you have to do is think of it. You cut yourself a healthy piece of apple pie and pour yourself a glass of fresh squeezed lemonade. What a perfect way to spend an afternoon in eternity than to swing in a hammock with a piece of apple pie. I
don't know if I'd pair it with lemonade, but you do you. Yeah, you do you.
Whatever you want.
You go to take off your yellow and green apron, but for some reason can't find where the knot is. You try to take it off over your head, but it won't budge. Huh. Well, you'll figure it out. It's fine to keep it on for a nap. However, as you look around the room, you realize that the one thing this kitchen does not have is a door. A cold chill runs up your spine. The oven dings again. You place the plate and glass on the table next to the ham and begin to frantically feel your way around, looking for some perhaps hidden exit, and find none. You run to the window, push the pie and loaves of bread out of the way and try to crawl through, but some invisible force holds you there. The oven dings again. You see, Cindy, the cinnamon rolls of the 1950s have returned, and so have the gender roles. This is the 1950s, Cindy. Your place is in the kitchen, and it always will be. Ding.
Wow.
Okay, we're going to make sure that Uncle Doug eats before he writes another heaven.
That is the circle of hell Dante forgot to write. The Betty Crocker circle.
Good grief. Well, now I'm hungry. But our day is not over yet because, Uncle Mark,
Yes.
you need to provide a heaven for our friend Tim.
Tim?
There are those who call him Tim.
Well, Tim, you are amazing, and we thank you for your incredibly kind contribution to the show. And, of course, no good deed will ever go unrewarded around here. So, Tim, your patronage has earned you a forever thanks from your three uncles. What is going on with my mouth? As you may know from other episodes, our heavens are custom-designed places made especially for each individual and beloved donor to while away the infinite afternoons of eternity in. But sometimes things can get a little fritzy. Did you ever see Terry Gilliam's brilliant dystopian epic, Brazil? Remember when the machine gets a bug in it and Tuttle changes to Buttle? Well, yeah, this is not the easiest thing to have to tell you, but we have a similar sort of situation here at H2HHQ. You see, the divine destination divinization determinative destiny decision decoder seems to have a defective diode directly down from its density dial.
Feels like you might have a defective diode right now.
I do have a defective diode. Maybe I'm in my heaven. It's really as much a hardware problem as it is a software issue. Look, it's not really your problem, well, until it is. You were supposed to be stuck in a little boat with a tiger forever where you both learn a lot about respect, life, and yourselves. We've got some major equipment upgrades planned after we get our tax refund, but that has nothing to do with your little oopsie daisy. You see, Tim, I know you were never a Mormon, but you're going to be.
No!
And this non-consensual reallocation of your entire being and history will occur shortly after your accidental arrival in the economy class of Mormon eternity, the Celestial Kingdom.
Oh, boy.
Wow, you think. This is not where I expected to be, but it's pretty nice. Not crazy nice, not too bad. It's clearly a suburb of somewhere. Nice big houses with big front yards and the joyful cacophony of happy children playing everywhere like, whoo, holy shit, that's a lot of children. It's a beautiful sunny summer day here in this forever daybreak. That's a deep Utah suburb cut, Tim. Just trust me on that. There are firecrackers popping and the acrid childhood smell of those little smoky black snake pellets all around. Thinking it must be the 4th of July, you check your Apple Watch. Everyone here has an Apple Watch. But it's the 24th of July. That's odd. Why are there fireworks on the 24th of July, you wonder? Well, you see, Tim, the 24th of July is Pioneer Day in Utah, and Mormons love it so much that Independence Day pales in comparison.
It's true.
And you notice your Apple calendar looks a little weird. Why is every other day the 24th of July and the days between always the first Sunday of the month? Oof. Well, Tim,
oh no!
You're about to find out that the first Sunday of the month is Fast and Testimony meeting here in Casserole Country, an unstructured open mic affair where Mormons, driven mad by hunger, testify to the truth of Joseph Smith's prophecies and ugly cry in front of each other. It's mortifying and deeply uncomfortable, but it's going to be half your days up here, so get used to it, and for heck's sake, get a testimony.
Oh, man.
And on those days, you'll swap out the cargo shorts, Old Navy American flag T-shirt, and sandals with white socks for a baggy polyester suit and short-sleeve dress shirt, so you'll always be rocking that Mormon style. And like all Mormons, you'll be given a, quote, calling, which is an unpaid 20 or so hour a week job you can't quit for the rest of time. Your calling, Tim, will be working with the Deacons Quorum, issuing the Ferneets and the Omahex to your eager young charges. Luckily, you did well financially in life, so your calling won't be cleaning the ward house toilets like the poors. Count your blessings. You will be issued a forever wife, but just one, silly. This is mainstream Mormon heaven, after all. You met her 3 days after you got home from the mission you never served, and were married in the West Jordan Temple 3 weeks later. You never caught her name, but do recall her temple name is Ruth. just remember never to say that until you're dead, which you won't be because you already are, heaven. She's a great mommy blogger and a helpmeet. and like a lot of us here in Mormon country, can best be described as built to quilt. Do you like casseroles? If not, you better learn now. There will be casseroles. So many casseroles. The rhythm of the casseroles will only be broken by the impossible Norman Rockwell sweetness of the Ward Ice Cream Social every 24th of July Eve, right before the fireworks over Liberty Park. Now, remember you are in the Telestial Kingdom, the lowest of the multi-level Mormon heavens. Is it nice? Sure. Would everyone, as Joseph Smith said, kill themselves to get there? Should they glimpse it? Probably not, if you're being honest. And you must surely be wondering what's going on in the upper class, more exalted tiers of Forever Provo. Wonder no more, Tim. I can tell you that the silver medalists in the terrestrial kingdom are forever in a gleaming boardroom at Ensign Peak Advisors, eternally trying to figure out how to keep a $100 billion fund secret from the poor, rank-and-file widows of the church, while demanding they forego food and rent to pay tithing. So that's a level of glory you surely must be jealous of. And all the way up in the variegated community of the Celestial Kingdom, 32 stories above you, the whitest and delightsomest Mormon hedge fund managers and orthodontists get to spend their cosmic forever in a tacky Victorian room dressed as a baker from a children's television show, while a half-asleep octogenarian rubs Wesson oil on their inner thigh, with Mitt Romney leaning his chin on their shoulder and rapping quietly, "Who let the dogs out? Who?"
Oh, my God.
Who? With his patented grin forever. So try not to be jealous, Tim, and settle into the suburban ceaselessness of the Telestial Kingdom. You're overrun by children, forever Utah suburb from which there is no respite and no escape.
Wow. I would like to bear my testimony that I'm sorry about
Tim is
that.
like, what the fuck was that all about?
Yeah, that was some deep-ass Mormon cuts right there.
Exactly.
Everybody
Jesus.
take to the Google if you need to understand any of that.
Yeah, or listen to our entire back catalog.
Right,
You'll
right,
get caught
right.
up eventually.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Well, thanks for that, gentlemen, and thank you, all you amazing donors out there. We sure do appreciate you. Obviously, well more than regular listeners, so that is a thing.
we love all our ugly children equally.
Yes, exactly. If you want to be one of the ugly children that pays us some money, please feel free. You can go to howtoheretic.com. You click on the thing that says Patreon on it or something like that.
Support us.
Support us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that. Or you can click on the Heretic and go buy some shit.
Yep. Yeah, that helps too.
But yeah, everything helps, and we love you. Go give us 5 stars on the things.
Yep.
And let's move along.
Bye.